Have you ever said to yourself, wow, I'd like to go skydiving? But you say to yourself, why would I want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Well, I have a solution to that, and I'm going to tell you about it right after this.
Turn us off while you still can.
The on-air sign went out, and I thought I would change the light bulb, if you don't mind. I don't want to interrupt you or anything. And I'll just turn... Oh, it fell. I'll go get another one. I got another one. Oh, here it is. Here's the other one. I'll put that in there. And, oh, that's... I'm out of... I'll go down to the hardware store about a mile away. It should not take a second. I'll be right back. I'll get some more. I'm back. And here we go. And I'm going to... Oh, the third one fell. This is ridiculous. Maybe it's better... I like it without it. Maybe it's more intimate. Got it. I like it better.
So, you want to go skydiving, but you don't want to jump out of that perfectly good airplane. I don't blame you, neither do I, but I found an alternative. It's called flyaway indoor skydiving, right there. Indoor skydiving, you're asking yourself, how do they indoor skydive? And you have to see it. I'll be showing you that video shortly. But flyaway indoor skydiving, there's no age limit. It's open all year long for family fun. And I did say family, because as long as you weigh 40 pounds or more, well, I guess there's a limit after the more, like me, you can come in and fly. They'll suit you up, give you a training course, and off to flying you go. But you never leave the building. It is a trip. The flyaway experience is a one-of-a-kind experience, and it's available only in Pigeon Forge and only here at Flyaway Indoor Skydiving in Pigeon Forge. Let's take a look at what they're offering you. And with me now, I have Katie, the receptionist that will greet you gladly as you come into Flyaway Indoor Skydiving. And tell us a little bit about what you do and what the rules and regulations are here.
So the whole process, start to finish, takes about 45 minutes. You're going to sit through a class, and then we're going to get you suited up, and then you're going to do your 3 minutes of time in the tunnel. Cost is $34 plus tax per person. We do have some discount coupons out there. In most of the coupon books, that's $3 off, or we have a few coupons online. But what we're basically going to do is we're going to sit you through a short class, about 10-15 minutes, and then, like I said, get you suited up and get you in the tunnel.
What are the restrictions?
We do have some max guidelines for adults, but we have a minimum weight guideline, which is 40 pounds. As long as children weigh over 40 pounds, we will fly them. You know, over 40, make sure that they can take basic instructions.
Now, 40 pounds, what age would that put most of the children at?
Usually 6.
And they have no problem getting in that tunnel?
I do have some that get a little scared, but most of the time, if they're under 6, it does kind of make them a little nervous.
Well, it's intimidating for me. I'm 65,
and it's loud.
So it's loud, and I didn't notice that they have
They do have earplugs in.
There was earplugs and
Yes,
stuff.
we do give you earplugs. But yeah, usually if they can see over my counter here,
That's
they're big
the
enough to
measurement.
do it.
There it is. You're picking up there, you got to be at least 40 pounds.
Right.
You're not too young to be on a diet. What else can you tell us about Flyaway?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. If they're unsure about it, bring them in. We're gonna let them check it out and see what they think. And if they do decide they want to do it, I'll sign them up.
Can people call ahead?
Yes, absolutely. Right now, we do recommend that you make reservations either online or over the phone with me.
And the number is?
453-7777, or you can go to flyawayindoorskydiving.com and make reservations that way.
And your days of operation again?
we 7 days a week. Right now, 10 to 8. We do classes every 30 minutes throughout the day. Pretty soon we will be going down to 10 to 7.
Okay.
And then we have different hours during the winter season.
And I've been here now about an hour, and the door hasn't stopped opening.
Yeah, right
People
now
keep coming in.
we are still at half capacity too. So because of that, we tend to book up really quickly, and we do have a lot of traffic coming in and out.
Very good. Thank you for talking with me today.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're inside Flyaway Indoor Skydiving, and this is a trip for sure. Remember what I said, you can go do skydiving, but then again you'll say to yourself, why am I jumping out of a perfectly good airplane when I can come here and have the same experience of flight and the pressure and the feeling of being weightless? And with me I have an instructor. Danny, how are you today?
Pretty good.
Tell me about the experience.
Pretty much you just go out there. We have you practice a couple safety procedures before we start to get you flying. Then afterwards we'll have you lay in the net and start to turn up the wing and get you guys flying.
I noticed when I was up there shooting some of the video, there are different speeds to that fan.
Yeah, we adjust it based on the weight of the person just to make sure we keep them in reach of the instructor.
Okay, and some of them turned it up high and some were low, but they still were flying quite well.
Yep.
I'm sure a guy like me, you'd have to put a full blast to get me up off the ground. Everyone's wearing a protective suit. What type of training do you give them before you go in?
Well, we have them sit through a 10 to 15 minute training class. The video, it's about 5 minutes long, teaches them everything they need to know about flying, stable position they need to be in, the hand signals we use because it's quite loud out there, and then how to fall and protect yourself, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, you guys are really cool because you handle them very well.
Yeah.
And you spin them around, they flip around, they were doing flips, and then when you're done, you toss them into the chair, and that was a nice touch, I thought. That was really cool. And they all come out smiling. They go in with a very apprehensive look on their face, but when they all come out, it's smiling.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody, quite a few people coming out. I noticed that you have men, and there's a weight sign. Could you explain that to me, please?
Yes, it's all based on your height and your gender. Men and women are a little bit different. Women tend to carry their weight a little bit different than men do, and they tend to be a little bit more flexible. Basically, if you're over these guidelines, it's not that you can't fly, it just might be a little bit more difficult because we are one of the first wind tunnels in the United States, so we got pretty good wind speeds, but it still depends.
And how long have you been here?
Almost 40 years. 1982 is when we opened.
40 years.
Yeah, almost.
In this building?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. That's news to me. I guess I didn't do all my homework today. 40 years of letting people fly, the sensation of flying, which most people will not get in a plane and jump out. I mean, I won't even get out of bed and jump out. I'm not going to go up here and jump out of a plane. But there, wouldn't even think twice about it because it's safe, it's padded. So you're not going to get knocked around or anything.
No, not necessarily, no.
And the constructors are cool. They hold right on you. There's straps that hold on, and so there's no fear really in it at all.
No, not necessarily, unless you got a fear of heights, really.
But even then, you're not that high off the ground. What,
No,
4 feet,
no.
3 feet?
Yeah.
But yet the sensation is there of
Yeah.
the rushing of the air. I was watching their faces, and at first their eyes were bugging out of their heads, and by a minute or 2 minutes in, you could see the glee, the glassiness of joy. And I go, this is great. This is a trip. And what are your hours here?
Currently, we're in our long season right now. We go from 10 in the morning until 8 in the afternoon, and then during slow season, we go back to 11 to 6, I believe.
So you're here all the time?
Basically all year round, yes.
You're not a shut-down Pigeon Forge place. You're here. I pass by here all the time, and I go, I got to get a video of this, because people have asked me, find something different. This is as different as it gets.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's plenty of go-kart tracks and putt-putt. This is it.
Yeah.
You're the only game in town.
One of the best things to do in town, yeah.
Yeah, and people who are coming in from wherever it is you're coming, you come off of 40, you'll come into 66, go right into downtown Pigeon Forge, heading towards Gatlinburg. And Flyaway will be on the right side of the road as you're heading towards Gatlinburg. You can't miss it. It's a tubular-shaped building.
Yeah.
And it always caught my eye because I always make a left right here at Jake Thomas Road, and then I go, what is that place? What is that? And now I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking with me today.
You're welcome.
Our interview with Justin from Flyaway Indoor Skydiving in 3, in 2, in 1. And with me, I have another instructor from Flyaway, and this is Justin. I happened to watch Justin before with a pretty young child, I would say maybe 10, 11.
Yeah.
And you handle them like a professional, because you are, and it was beautifully and flawlessly done. You invited the person in, they came in, you told them what they needed to do, and you showed them, and they were a little nervous at first. After you took care of him a couple of seconds, he was having a ball.
Yeah, he was a great flyer.
Tell us about some of your experiences.
Well, everybody flies different. It completely depends on the person and just height and weight, body weight distribution mixed with the suit. So everybody flies different at first, but once you get in there, you know a little bit more what to expect. And the more you go on, the more stable they tend to get.
Yeah.
And I've been having pretty good flyers recently, especially since I've been back. And all throughout today, I've been having really good flyers.
Yeah, I noticed how you handled him very well, and he followed your instructions. The hands were
Very
perfect.
well,
Everything was nicely done, arched properly. They just took off. If you would have let go, how high would they go up? That was the thing in my mind. I wonder if I could go up there.
At the wind speed, he had probably about a little more than halfway, and then he would have probably panicked a little bit and fell out, because the higher you get, the harder it is to stay in the center, because around the padding you're not getting any lift, so not only are you working to get your lift, you're working to stay in the middle, which makes this the best practice. Makes it the hardest tunnel to fly in, but also that makes it the best practice.
Do people ever ask, take me higher?
All the time.
And?
I always tell them we just gotta keep them within arm's reach, just so I have
For safety reasons, of course.
Yeah, just so I have a little bit more control over the situation. But the better they're flying, the more I'm able to be more lenient with them, the more I can let them go. And the more they flop around like a fish out of water, the more I have to hold on to them a little bit. But I always reassure them by telling them that it feels the exact same from flying 5 feet in the air to 20 feet.
It does.
The sensation is the same. I said, it does get a little bit harder when you're up there to stay center, but the sensation of flying is the same. So.
Now, what about when you guys go in there? Do you go all the way up? I mean, I'm sure you have a ball up there. And God, I would love to do that someday, just to go all the way to that top, just to see how good it feels. What do you do when do you spin around and do all that stuff?
Yeah, no, it's a good time. We get to go in there and have some fun every now and then. We get staff flights 3 minutes a day, just like customers.
Do you really? So the staff can fly for 3 minutes a day?
Yes, sir.
Give me an application. I'm ready to work.
Well, yeah, come on in. We'd love to have you. We're short-staffed right now a little bit, so.
That's excellent. That's a great little perk you got.
Yeah,
I've never jumped out of a plane. I've watched it a lot. But when I worked in the ski resorts, they gave us free skiing. And that's the only reason I went for the job, is to get the free skiing. And I stayed there for 4 years, and I never stopped skiing. First one on the mountain and the last one on the mountain. And I enjoyed that very much. You got a good gig here, Justin.
Absolutely. I love it every day.
Anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I'd love to shout out my friends Wesley and Johnny back home in Alabama.
Is that where you're from?
Yes, sir. Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
What brought you up here?
Work.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
A lot of work here.
Yeah.
There is no want for work in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and Sevierville. You got it made here, Justin. Thanks for talking with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for joining me on Vacation Station TV today, and thanks to the fine folks at Flyaway Indoor Skydiving for giving me the tour of a lifetime. If you're heading in from 40, wherever it is you're coming from, east or west, get on 66, head into Pigeon Forge, and you will see Flyaway Indoor Skydiving. It is a trip, it's family fun, and there's only one like it. You can't go anywhere else and find this place. Only Flyaway Indoor Skydiving is the place. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll do it all again. Oh, and by the way, make sure you check out the next video. You're going to love it. Vacation Station TV. Your virtual experience, your virtual getaway. See you soon.